Okay, welcome to this explainer. Today we're unraveling the seriously thrilling and kind of terrifying world of social engineering. Just imagine the modern corporate world for a second. Picture a hyper-realistic, neon-lit cyberpunk city during a heavy night rainstorm. You've got these massive, towering skyscrapers with flying vehicles zipping between them, protected by million-dollar alarms and hidden in deep, moody shadows. It looks impenetrable, right? Well, today, we're going to see how basic human psychology easily bypasses every single piece of that cutting-edge tech.
Let's start by challenging a major assumption. A lot of organizations, they genuinely believe they're completely protected by those towering digital walls they've built. But we're about to see exactly why firewalls, biometrics, and encryption alone just cannot keep your data safe. There's this old industry joke, actually, that asks if a truly secure computer is just one that's turned off and, well, unplugged. As we dig into the source material today, you're going to realize just how uncomfortably close to the truth that really is.
And hey, even Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak validates this. In his foreword to Kevin Mitnick's work, Wozniak points out a terrifying reality. Technological security leaves major gaps. Think about that. When one of the literal pioneers of the personal computing revolution tells you that the hardware and software simply aren't enough to protect you, yeah, it's absolutely time to pay attention.
So, part 1, security's weakest link. We'll look at why firewalls can't patch human nature. The absolute crucial point is understanding social engineering exactly as Mitnick defines it. It's using influence and persuasion to deceive people to obtain information. Basically, it's a con game. The attacker targets the user, not the code. I mean, why spend weeks sweating over how to crack some incredibly sophisticated cryptographic algorithm when you can just pick up the phone, sound completely confident, and literally ask someone for the password? It completely bypasses all those fancy digital locks.
Every single day, companies spend millions on high-tech digital alarms. You know, the firewalls, the biometrics, the advanced encryption. They build those glowing digital skyscrapers we talked about earlier. But on the flip side, a friendly, chatty phone call, or heck, a $10 fake ID badge can completely bypass the whole shebang. It's the ultimate low-tech exploit, just effortlessly dismantling the ultimate high-tech defense.
Moving into part 2, the art of pretexting. Let's look at the anatomy of a 12-minute hack. This entire infiltration took roughly the time it takes to drink a cup of coffee. No joke. At 0 minutes, the attacker makes a totally mundane call, posing as Eddie from the IT help desk. His tone? Casual, super helpful, completely non-threatening. By the 5-minute mark, Eddie has smoothly guided the victim into locating his network port and IP address. They're just doing routine maintenance, right? But at 10 minutes, the trap closes. Eddie manufactures this massive, sudden panic, pretending a catastrophic network failure is happening right now and all the victim's unsaved work is about to be wiped out. Then, at 12 minutes, he generously offers the software fix to save the day. Boom. 12 minutes, start to finish, and he has total network access. But what exactly was that fix the victim installed? Well, the trap was fully sprung when the victim, who genuinely thought he was installing a critical network patch to save his hard work, actually downloaded a Trojan horse. This is malicious code specifically designed to grab information or damage a system, totally under the radar, without the victim having any clue. By simply asking a panicked employee to click a file, the attacker got complete, invisible remote control over that target computer. Which brings us to part 3, dumpsters and dictionaries. Uncovering the keys to the kingdom. Look, it's certainly not glamorous, but dumpster diving yields some absolutely incredible results. We are literally talking about pawing through a company's garbage to find discarded information that has value for an attack. Internal memos, corporate org charts, internal phone directories, and, oh yeah, highly sensitive passwords carelessly scribbled on sticky notes. These are absolute gold mines. Both intelligence agencies and hackers rely heavily on this discarded paper trail to map out their targets perfectly before they even think about picking up the phone. And when they aren't physically digging through the trash, they're attacking the digital front door. What's truly shocking here is that it takes under 30 minutes for an automated dictionary attack to crack a system. This software just systematically tries every single word in the English language as a password. So if an employee uses a standard dictionary word, or maybe a pet's name or their favorite sports team as their login, an attacker's software is going to break in while that employee is out grabbing a coffee. Let's look at part 4, the reverse sting, getting the victim to call you.
So far, we've seen how an attacker calls a victim. But in a reverse sting, the person being attacked is actually the one who asks for help. The psychology behind this is just ingenious because it completely disarms any suspicion right from the very first hello. I mean, think about it. Why would you ever doubt the legitimacy of the person you just actively called for assistance? You wouldn't.
Let's look at the Skywatcher aviation sting to see how flawlessly this executes. Step 1. The attacker meticulously maps out the internal telecom numbers of the target facility. Step 2. They intentionally sabotage a specific, crucial phone line used by a target employee. Step 3. They just kick back, wait, and listen for the frantic employee to dial the internal help number. And finally, Step 4. They slide right in, pose as the helpful technician, fix the exact problem they themselves just created, and instantly lock in the employee's absolute gratitude and trust. It is wild.
And the payoff for that manufactured trust? It's almost unbelievable. Later that same night, the attacker and his buddy actually showed up at the physical aviation plant. Because of the incredible rapport they established earlier on the phone, they casually walked right past a massive security guard, confidently claimed they forgot their ID badges in the car, and, get this, were allowed to take a joyride tour of a highly classified helicopter production line. The human element completely overrode the physical security protocols.
So let's wrap up with Part 5, Defending the Fortress. How to go from victim to vigilant defender.
How do we actually ensure our digital fortresses stay secure? We have to shift to defensive computing. Here are 5 rapid-fire defensive policies you can implement today. 1. Verify all identities, no matter how friendly or authoritative the person on the other end sounds. 2. Shred all sensitive documents. Seriously, leave absolutely nothing for the dumpster divers. 3. Enforce strict screensaver passwords so no one can hijack an unattended desk. 4. Always use VPNs for wireless networks to encrypt your traffic. And 5. Stop relying on caller ID. Social engineers can spoof a phone number in seconds to make it look like an urgent internal call.
You also have to aggressively track where your information is actually going. Beware of the mail drop. This is a rental mailbox used under an assumed name to safely receive documents from a duped victim. You've got to always verify the true physical or digital destination of your company's data. Attackers frequently use these anonymous physical mail drops or completely untraceable overseas FTP servers to receive stolen directories, corporate files, and source code without ever exposing who they really are. Which brings us to the end of our explainer. As we've seen today, the biggest vulnerabilities aren't always found in software code. They are rooted in our natural, human desire to be helpful and trusting. So I want to leave you with this chilling, lingering thought to keep in the back of your mind the very next time you answer the phone at your desk. Who are you really talking to?